and welcome to Friday's session of Trauma Informed Yoga and Meditation. My name is Lisa. I am the Domestic Abuse Program Coordinator here at CASDA, and I just want to welcome you today and hope that you enjoy this session. A little bit about kind of the practice itself is it's really about you. It's about your practice. I'm just here to guide you, but honor your body and do what feels best for you. If you're not comfortable allowing your eyes to close during the meditation session or any part of the session at all, do what feels best for you. I will refer to it as a soft gaze, where maybe you find something in front of you to just gently look at. Or again, you can allow your eyes to close if that feels more comfortable. Um, the other thing that I wanted to talk about just a little bit is about guided imagery and about visualization, because that's what this meditation is about today. Um, and you know, the act itself of visualization is extremely important and beneficial to your nervous system. So it's kind of like mind over pain. If pain is something that you're dealing with on a chronic level, meditation and visualization is very beneficial to helping reduce that pain and stress. Um, it's about helping the body lower its circulating levels of stress hormones, particularly cortisol. Um, because when you're under stress, your body's fight or flight mechanism kicks in. So your body releases a rush of cortisol and other stress hormones that prepare you to either run or face the threat, right? Um, like if a tiger's chasing you, right? Our brain is going to do that instantly. Adrenaline's going to flow and you're going to go, right? This is how people lift up cars in accidents and have these surges of strength from adrenaline. But this hormone rush is useful in the short term, of course. But when it continues to fire day after day after day, it creates this massive inflammation in our body. And what we're trying to do with these mind body practices is calm down your sympathetic nervous system, which is your stress nervous system. And that's what this is about. So, um, during the guided imagery or the meditation session, close your eyes if that's comfortable. And if the mind becomes busy, which it probably will, if this is new for you, especially, and even if it isn't, I mean, our minds are always creating. They're creating when we're sleeping. So it's not like you're going to shut off all these thoughts and you're going to have this blank, clear mind. It's really not possible. But what you can learn to do with these practices is you can learn to unattach from the thoughts or the emotions or the physical sensations, whatever's coming in. So if your mind starts wandering about what you're going to have for lunch today during the meditation, or a stressor that you have in your life, or you forgot about that bill you were supposed to pay 2 days ago, whatever comes up, just notice those things. Notice if you've just wandered off to some random thing, and try not to judge yourself for that. Just come back to my voice, come back to what we're doing, come back to your own breath, and try not to be that judger of yourself or be critical. This is really a new experience for most of you, and be gentle with yourself, just like you would with anybody else that's learning something new. Okay. Um, During the session, try to incorporate all five of your senses as if it's already present in your life, just like when you imagine something that's already happened really in your past. The same thing with meditation. You can create your reality, and your brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. So whatever you place there can manifest. So it involves prompts like elicit sights, sounds, thoughts, emotions, even the feeling of your body moving in space, right? Um, so, a, a little bit of fact about this is studies show that reducing circulating cortisol levels in the body eases stress and anxiety and release it or relieves chronic pain. So, if you have any of those things, this is going to be something that'll be very beneficial for you. So, the other thing that I wanted to say is that I will ring the chime, and I'm going to show you what that is. These are the chimes. I'm going to ring it once right now, just so you know what the sound is. Okay. And then at the end of the meditation, I'm going to ring that again, probably a little bit softer because I don't know how loud that is for you listening, but I definitely will make it a little bit softer so it doesn't startle anyone. But what I'll do is I'll ring that at the end after I bring you kind of back into the space. I'll ring that, and that'll kind of be your moment that you know that we're kind of coming back into this space right now. Okay. So, and the joys of working from home is that my dog is barking right now. So hopefully she doesn't continue that. um, but let's just begin. So, first of all, we're going to do everything from the chair today. So, unless you're more comfortable on the floor, you can certainly do that too. Um, but find a nice, comfortable seat where you're able to sit up nice and tall. And then kind of roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then what we want to do is we want to reach the crown of our head for the sky or the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And then connect your feet to the floor. So if your legs are crossed, please uncross them so both of your feet are on the floor. You've got a nice tall spine, and both your sit bones on your buns are connected to the chair or the floor, whatever you're sitting on, okay? And only if it feels comfortable to you, you can allow your eyes to close. If not, find that soft gaze in front of you, okay? And hi, Teresa. Hi, Desi. It's awesome. Thanks for being here. All right. So just beginning to find a little bit of grounding. If you would like to cross your arms across your body, kind of cupping your elbows with the opposite hands, and just drawing your arms into the body. If it feels good to you, you can bring your hands up your arms, give yourself a little squeeze, a little love, a little hug. And just at this moment, we're just going to ask permission for our bodies to relax if that's possible. We're going to try to get out of our thinking minds or get out of our heads for a little while and just really get into our bodies. So, keeping in mind that you are not your thoughts. So, as the thoughts roll around and come through the mind, just notice, come back to my voice, and come back to your breath. You can release your arms and just place your hands in your lap if that feels comfortable. I just would like you to check in with your mind. See where your mind is today. Without any judgment, you may have a monkey mind, something that we say in yoga, where you can't keep track. There's so many thoughts going through, there's so many worries, there's so many troubles, there's so much excitement and joy, maybe, but the thoughts are just rambling everywhere. And if that's the case today for you, that's okay. It really is. It may not feel like you're getting anything out of it, but trust me, you are. What I say is maybe take all of those thoughts, all of that jumbling monkey mind, and kind of put it in a ball, toss it in a room, and shut the door. And we're just going to leave it there. We're just going to let that thinking mind go in that room, or we're going to let that thinking mind take a back seat just for this time that we have together this morning. Or for some of you, it could be evening. And then I'd like you to take a moment to check in with your body. How does your body feel today? Just kind of scanning from the top of your head all the way to your toes. And just noticing areas that might feel loose and relaxed, and other areas that might feel tension or discomfort, some shortness or choppiness. And then lastly, check in with your spirit. And when I say spirit, I don't mean your ego mind. I don't mean that judgment mind, that critical mind. I mean that part of you that you know. You've always known. Check in and see how you're doing emotionally. And just give yourself a little bit of gratitude that you're trying something new maybe today, or simply just doing something for yourself. Self-care is so critical, especially now. We've all gone through almost a year of COVID, and it's not easy. So it's okay to recognize that and take good care of yourself. And then just lastly, just maybe set an intention for yourself for the next little bit of time here that we have together. Just maybe set an intention, like maybe you want to be more mindful. Maybe you want to be more flexible. Maybe try something new that could help you relieve stress and anxiety. Something that could possibly help with PTSD, with the trauma that you've experienced throughout your life. Trauma has a way of manifesting in our bodies. So yoga is a practice that will help release that, let you live a fuller life. And then I would like you to bring your attention to your breath. I don't want you to try to change it at all. I just would like you to notice it. Just notice how it moves, where it's moving. If it's feeling maybe more shallow in your chest, maybe it's feeling deeper throughout your body. Through your belly, through your back, your ribs. Just notice. And then on your next inhalation, I would just like you to deepen the breath just a little bit. Just kind of notice as you inhale through your nose how the breath moves when you deepen it. Does it come up? Does your belly go in? Does it go out? There's no right or wrong at this point. I just want you to notice where you are. And each week we'll get to getting a little bit deeper into these different breaths. But for right now, I just want you to notice how you breathe. Even when you deepen it. So on your next inhale, think about counting up to 3 or 4. And then as you exhale through your nose again, maybe 4 to 1. And if it doesn't feel good to you to inhale through your nose, maybe you've got septum problems or something, then go ahead and open your mouth. You can do what's called a cleansing breath. So do a couple more of those deep breaths. And then only if it suits you, you can either allow your eyes to open or you can certainly leave them closed, whatever you wish. But we're all going to come together and bring the hands into the heart space, right here into the chest. Move this down a little bit, right here. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale together and bring our hands up to the sky. As you do that, tip your chin up if that's okay in your neck. And then exhale, just bring your hands back down into the heart center, or what's called Anjali Mudra. Again, inhale, come up. And exhale, release back down. Chin to chest. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, lower, chin to chest. Release your hands from Anjali Mudra and let your arms just hang at your sides. We're going to inhale up, open up our fingers nice and wide. We're going to do what we did last week, that French press. So as we inhale, I want you to think about all the junk in your life that you want to get rid of, right? That could be thoughts, that could be, programs or conditions that someone else has put on you in your life, beliefs, could be someone that you don't want in your life anymore, or stress or worry. But we're going to kind of ball that all up in a big ball as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to push it down like a French press, right? Let's try that together. Inhale, scoop it all up. Exhale, open mouth, release it. Two more. Inhale up. I like to make the noise with it. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Release. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Back into that seated position. And then let's just take our shoulders and roll them back. Just opening up the chest, the pecs. And then reverse that direction. Come forward. And then release. Turn the head side to side. Maybe tip those ears towards each shoulder. Just nice and slow, just moving the neck gently. And then begin to make some circles with your neck if that feels okay to you. I want you to honor where you are. So maybe in your body it doesn't feel good to go back with the neck, and certainly stay at the center. And what you can do is just tip your chin down to your chest, and you can just kind of sweep side to side. But if it suits you, go ahead and do your circles. And notice if you're breathing or if you've suddenly held the breath. Try to allow the breath to be your guide versus you forcing the movement. So we take the breath and then we move. Movement follows the breath. And maybe you need to stop in one area because, you got a good knot there, or it feels really good to send some breath into that area. So what I mean by that is, for me, I have a lot of tightness on my left shoulder. I might stay here and I might send my breath into that tension. So I visually see it. I see my breath going into that tension. And then I see all that tension breaking up into like thousands of little puzzle pieces. And then as I exhale, that rolls off my shoulder. It goes down my arm and onto the floor. So these visualizations are powerful. And if you can use those in the practice, it will really help you. So then let's reverse that direction that we're going. If you're making those circles with your neck, let's go the other direction. Notice what comes up when you change sides. It may feel better, may feel worse, might feel the same. There's no right or wrong. And then we'll all meet back with our chins to our chest. Inhale, bring your head up to center. And then as you exhale, we're just going to turn over to the left. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Your torso has turned to the left, and you're looking over your left shoulder. So just look behind you. See how far you can see or what you can see behind you. Sometimes in twist poses, we tend to hold the breath. So notice that the breath is flowing and allow it to roll up and down your spine. And then on your next exhalation, just slowly turn, and we're going to go all the way to the right. Same thing. We're turning that torso to the right. We're looking over our right shoulder. See how far you can see behind you. And then on your next exhalation, we're going to come back to center. We're going to roll our shoulders up, back, and down. And then have your legs open a little bit here, because if your knees are together, we're going to do a pose called Uttanasana, or forward fold. So in yoga, we want to stretch the spine 6 different directions. We want to go side to side, we want to go back, we want to go forward, and we want to twist, right? So in this one, we're going to go forward. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Your legs can be open. Take a nice deep inhale, arms up. And then as you exhale, let's come forward with a flat back and all the way down, if you can touch the floor or not, just to wherever your edge is. So your edge in yoga is to a nice good stretch, but not into pain, right? You want to feel a good stretch, but you don't want to be in any pain. So now round your spine completely. Let your head hang heavy. And maybe turn your head yes and no. Take some nice full breaths here. Feel your belly rise and fall on your thighs. Maybe take a cleansing breath where you're inhaling through your nose and you're exhaling out of an open mouth. So you're releasing what's no longer serving you. So yours might be a nice inhale with with a sound, a little sigh attached to it. One more. And slowly rolling up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then we're going to do a little seated cat and cow. So as we sit in cow, the chin comes up a little bit, the gaze comes up. It's a soft throat. We're not clenching our jaw. We're just tipping up. We're going to open up the chest. So we're creating that curve in the spine. So be gentle with your back. We're going to inhale. And then as you exhale, tip your chin to your chest. Draw your navel toward your spine. And then inhale into cow. Exhale into cat, seated cat. Navel to spine, chin to chest. Shoulders come forward. Again, inhale, open up the chest. The chin comes up. Exhale into cat. Navel to spine, chin to chest. So I'd like you to go with your breath. Let's do about 8 to 10 of these at your own pace, just waking up the spine. Do 2 more in each direction. And then we'll all meet back at a neutral spine, releasing cat and cow. And smile, because this is all good for you, good stuff. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, raise our arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand down to your sides and right arm up and over, but make sure both of your buns are still connected to the seat you're in or to the floor. We don't want you tipping over. I want you to stay grounded here at center. And then open up this right side of your body. So send your breath there if it feels tight or short. Feels like it could use some length or some space. And then you can bring your arm back slightly, and I'll turn this camera. So it's almost like you're holding a pizza tray in your hand, right? Or a tray of drinks, you're a server somewhere. And you're really opening up this area here, your bicep, your deltoid, your shoulder. And then we're going to inhale both arms up. Reach to the center, really lifting your ribs off of your waist. And then exhale over to your right. Now your left hand comes back, your left arm comes back and holds your serving tray. So you're stretching that muscle a little bit differently and you're opening up that left side of your body. Nice big breaths. And then again, inhale up to center, reach, 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 reach your fingertips. Exhale to the left. And see if this one feels a little bit better than the first. It might feel a little looser. Allow the breath to flow through the body. And then inhale back to center. Reach up, lifting the ribs off of your waist. Exhale to the right. Hold your serving tray. Send your breath wherever some tightness or tension might be. And then again, inhale back to center. Bring your hands together. As you exhale, allow them to come down into Anjali Mudra, into the heart space. And if it's comfortable, just take a moment now to allow your eyes to close or have that soft gaze. And what I'd like you to do is just simply check in with yourself. Just notice where your mind is. If it's wandered off somewhere, just gently guide it back. Notice any physical sensations that have come up in the body. And notice if anything emotionally came up. Just notice if you feel any different now than when class began today. And there's no right or wrong answer. Just notice. And then release the hands. Take a nice full breath. Right. So we're going to go into the meditation. And at this point, there's a variety of options that you could try. You could sit in the chair that you're in, if that feels good to you where you're at. You can lay down. I mean, you're in your own house or maybe you're in your car or wherever you are, but just find a comfortable place where there's not a lot of distractions if possible. If not possible, then do the best you can, right? I'm just going to give you a minute to find that space. And if at any time during the meditation you wander away, your mind goes somewhere else, just gently guide it back. Once you notice that you've wandered off, just gently guide it back to my voice or to your own breath, to your own visualization. So now again, you can either allow your eyes to close, or you can simply have that gaze at some object in the room. maybe the camera, whatever feels best to you. I'd like you to take a nice deep breath. And as you inhale, think of the breath rising and kind of washing over the third eye, which is right between your eyebrows. So the breath moves up, washes over the forehead, it comes down, it touches the throat, and then it pools in the heart center. So we're creating some space, some expansion in the heart. Again, inhale, let the breath rise, it washes over the forehead, it comes down, it touches the throat, it pools into the heart area. One more time, nice big inhale, let the breath rise up, wash over the third eye, come down, touch the throat, and pool in the heart center. Now allow your awareness to come into your face and notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw. If so, just allow your jaw to relax. Allow your tongue to lay on the bottom of your mouth. And then allow the inner corners of your eyes to relax backward. Allow the outer corners of your eyes to be wide. Allow the center of your eyes to relax as if they were hollow. Begin to scan down the body into the throat, swallowing, relaxing the throat, giving the shoulders permission to release away from your ears. Scan down your arms through your biceps, through the crook of your elbow, to your wrist and your fingertips. Give your muscles permission to release the bones. Move this awareness down your back, through your torso, your belly, your pelvis, your hips, your low back. Scan through your legs and your knees and your calves and your ankles, coming into your feet, touching all 10 toes with love and peace and giving your body permission to rest. If you're able, breathe slowly and deeply, allowing all the muscles of your body to relax. Allow the tensions of your day to simply drain away. Now, in your mind's eye, mentally surround yourself in a large bubble of light. Bring your attention to the center of that bubble, your being. Feel yourself in this quiet place. Become aware of the space around you, which is the universe. And as you look up, find yourself surrounded by a beautiful midnight sky filled with stars. The sky is filled with stars and planets. Find yourself gently moving through this magnificent space. As you look ahead of you, you see a light that draws you toward it. As you approach it, you begin to see the many colors which create this light. You move closer and discover that each color is a great tower of light. You move upon the first tower, which is red. Move upward to the top of the tower. You are so light that you dance upon it. Breathe the red into every cell of your being. Feel the color red. Now, move slowly and gently to the second tower of light. You find the orange light of this tower to be clear and radiant. Move through it. Breathe in the orange color. Taste it. Feel the orange. Allow the orange to flow through your being. Now you find yourself drifting to the next tower of light, which is a clear jewel-toned yellow. Move to the top of this tower and of its yellow radiance. Drink it into your body. Feel it nourish every cell of your being. It is time to move ahead to the next tower of light. You become aware of the beauty of this green color. The green is shining and gleaming with the jewel tones of emeralds. Allow its healing glow to move through all the tissues of your body. Feel it. Absorb the green into every cell. Go forward now to the next tower of light, which is a lovely shade of blue, like a noonday sky. Swim into the blue and move upward to the top of the tower of this blue, brilliant light. Feel it move through your being. Smell its fragrance. Experience the blue. You find yourself now drifting upward to the next tower of light, which is indigo. The indigo is clear and jewel toned. It is the color of a clear midnight sky. Dance through the indigo. Feel it, breathe it, touch it, smell it, taste it. Dance upon it. Move forward now to the next tower of light, which is violet. Clear, radiant jewel tones like amethyst. Move into it and through it. Feel its pure texture. Draw it into your being. Feel its radiance and its healing energy. As you stand upon this tower of violet, pure white light from above you begins to spin around you. Allow it to spin as rapidly as it can. Finally, you are totally surrounded by a spiral of pure white light. In this highly attuned state of awareness, you may remain silent for a few moments and move into your own experience. Feel the white surround you, the comfort, peace, the gentle hug from the spiral of white light. Now, when you are ready, gently allow the spiral of pure white light to carry you slowly and easily through each tower of light. It carries you through the violet light, the violet tower, to the indigo, drifting slowly into the blue, experiencing the blue once again. Gently, slowly into the green, the emerald tones, to the bright, beautiful, vibrant yellow, into the creative orange, and finally the jewel toned red. Find yourself in this quiet place. And then allow your awareness to slowly come back to your breath, noticing where your breath is and how your breath is moving. Allow your breath to assist you in bringing your awareness back into your body. Move gently and comfortably as you return your awareness to your body and your surroundings. Maybe gently wiggling fingers and toes. And at your own time, when you feel ready, you can allow your eyes to open if they were closed. And bring yourself back into orientating yourself into the space around you. Very gently noticing colors, shapes, textures, bringing your awareness back into this time and this space. Remember that you can take yourself to these places at any time in the mind, and you are capable of calming yourself and self-regulating yourself. You have that power. Before we end the session today, I'm just going to ask, now that I know how to read the comments, if anybody has any questions or comments at all before we finish the session today. I'm open to answering any questions or looking at any comments. I'll just give everybody a couple minutes here to kind of reorientate yourself, and then I'll just check the comments here. So far, not seeing anything. Oh, you're welcome, Desi. You're so welcome. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And thank you, Teresa, too, for being here so much. I hope that it was beneficial to you and anybody else listening or watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day and an amazing weekend. Um, Always end my sessions with namaste, which simply means this. We hand Bring our hands into the heart space. And the definition of namaste is simple, and it means the highest potential in me loves and respects the highest potential in each of you. Namaste. Have a peaceful day. Catch you next Friday at 11. Peace.